I'm Beth and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my Christmas book haul and a couple of bookish things that I want to show you guys that I got for Christmas that I thought would be fun to show you guys. The books will be first, so if you guys just want to see the books, so you guys can quit after we get to watch the books, but if you want to see the other things that are going to be like bookish related, then stick around and I will be showing you this. And I'm actually doing this on Christmas, and I know it's my upload day, but I'm probably not going to get this up today, most likely. I'm going to try and get this up tomorrow. I doubt I will because my brothers are home and they use the internet, and I can't upload while they're on the internet because it slows down them. So yeah, sorry that's going a little bit late, but without further ado, let's just get into the book. The first thing I have is the continuation of fairy tale series that I'm reading, and it is Crimson Thread by Suzanne Weyn. And this is part of a big series where they have basically every retelling you could possibly imagine. This is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, and I have only read one book in this series, and I own 3 now with this. And I really like the first one, so I'm hoping I'll really like these ones, and I've never read a Rumpelstiltskin retelling before, so I'm super excited to get into this one, and I don't know anything else more about it. Next up, I have The Cranford Chronicles by Elizabeth Gaskell. She's the same girl who writes North and South, which is just historical fiction, kind of like Jane Austen books, and I really liked North and South, and I've watched the TV series for this, and I want to read it, so yeah, there's not really much more I can say except for it's a lot like Jane Austen's works. Her works are a lot like Jane Austen's works. Next up, I have The Labyrinth by Gemma Henson. And you guys know that I loved the movie. I watched it this year and I absolutely loved the movie, so I'm super excited to get this and to finally be able to read it because I just cannot wait. The movie is just so good, and I just know this book is going to be even better because the book is always better, so super excited to get into this one. Next up is Nightfall by Shannon Messenger. This is the 6th book inside of her Keepers of Lost City series, and I'm super excited to have this one because she was supposed to end at book 5, and then she decided she wanted to continue on and make a 6th, a 7th, and I think even an 8th book. So yeah, this wasn't supposed to happen, but it did, and I'm super glad it did. And if you don't know what the story is about, it's about a girl who lives into the normal world, and then she figures out that she's actually an elf, and that like places like Atlantis are real, and that she gets taken from her human life and into this elf world where she has magical powers, kind of like superpowers, so she has like telepathy and stuff like that, and it's really cool. And I really like this series, even though it's middle grade. I just personally think that middle grade is pretty much underrated as a whole. Next up is the 7th book in the Brother Band series, the Caldra, I can't say that word for some reason. I think it's like Caldra Colira? I don't know if it's an O or a D. I'm guessing it's a D because it looks more like a D than an O. But for some reason, I just cannot read that word today. And yeah, but this is a series by John Flanagan. It's kind of a spin-off series of his Ranger's Apprentice series. And as you guys probably know by now, I really love John Flanagan and all of his work. And I'm going to read every book he puts out and most likely love it. So yeah, super excited to have this one. Next up is Artemis by Andy Weir, the man who wrote The Martian. And I watched the movie, haven't read the book, I've heard it's really good. My brother, who does not read, has read The Martian, so yeah, I'm super excited that I have this one because I need to read an Andy Weir book. And while I do love the Martian movie, I just don't see myself reading The Martian soon. I have it, but it's a mass market paperback, and that's one of the reasons why I don't see myself reading it soon. So I need to read an Andy Weir book, and now I have this one, which sounds super exciting. So yeah, it's his books are heavily based inside of facts, so while they are sci-fi and aren't happening now, they could possibly happen because they're based heavily on theories and facts that could possibly happen. That's one of the unique things about them that I like. And in this book, it's about a girl named Jazz, who I think is a smuggler, and she smuggles things between the Earth and a colony that's on the moon. And it sounds cool, and I cannot wait to read it. Next up is Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder. I don't know much about this book, hardly at all. I do know that it's about a girl who is the king's food taster. She tastes his food to see if it's poison, and she's a convict. That's the reason why they have her doing it. And the way they keep her there is that she actually has a poison in her that if she doesn't have the antidote every single day, then she'll die. And so she has to go to get daily doses of the antidote, and that's how they keep her on the leash. And I think something happens and she breaks free of it somehow or whatever, and I'm just super excited to see what happens there, because that little bit right there that I know, it sounds interesting. So I cannot wait to read this one, because I know that a lot of people have liked this series, and I'm hoping that I love it just as much as most people. Next up is Royal Bastards by Andrew Schwartz, and I don't know much about this except for it's about bastard children of royalty, and they like save the kingdom, but like right here it says sworn to no one, so it's like all these bastard children of these kings, and they save a kingdom or whatever. There's like a war going on and they pick a side. I don't know what exactly they do. All I know is that they are the heroes of the story, and it's most likely going to be super entertaining and fun. And I did know more about it at one point, and now that's all I know. I tend to forget synopsis is super fast, and I have no idea why. Last, but certainly not least, is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I love Marissa Meyer. She is one of my favorite authors ever. Like, of my top 3 favorite authors ever, she's up there. And I've read every book she's put out so far, except for Fairest, which I don't really want to read it. It's about Lavinia, and I don't really care about her story. But I do really think this one's gonna be great. And Heartless broke my heart. Lunar Chronicles are like my favorite series ever, and so I cannot wait to get into this one. And all I know about it is about people that have superpowers, and they like, he's out for justice and she's out for revenge, and I think they're after the same person, and she's a renegade and he's something else, so she's like an outlaw and he's like the justice system or whatever. And I know they have superpowers and it's kind of superhero themed, and it's Marissa Meyer. I'm like 99% certain I'm going to get this book like at least 4.5 stars, the least, and 5 like stars is what I'm guessing. But yeah, it's just, I really have high hopes for this book, and I will be very disappointed if it lets me down. Then next I got a coloring book journal, and I love it because I love coloring. And look at these pretty pictures, and then there's space for a journal, and then there's some pictures, and then there's space for a journal. And the thing is I love journals and I love coloring books, so I definitely will be coloring it. I just don't know if I'll be using the journal part, because I collect kind of journals, but I'm always afraid that if I write in them, I'm gonna mess up, or I'm not gonna like continue writing in them whatever I'm writing in them. So if I like start telling a story in them, or if I start writing a diary in them, or something like that, then I'm afraid that if I'm halfway through I'm gonna want to stop and not do that, and that'll be a waste of a journal because I'm halfway through my turn, or I'll rip out all the pages and stop doing it. And like if I make a mess up, I'm gonna have to rip out the page, and then eventually there'll be no pages left if I make a ton of mess ups. That's just what goes through my head whenever I start using them, so I hardly ever use them, but I do have a whole bunch of them, and I will be happy to add them. Next up, I got a Jane Austen devotional. I don't know much about this other than it is a devotional and it is Jane Austen, as it says in the title. And I love Jane Austen, and I think this will be really, really good. And I've never read a devotional before, so I am super excited to be getting into this. And next up, my friend bought me this necklace. It's this little flaming book necklace, as you can see, and it's beautiful and I love it. And I have been wearing it like every single day since then. Next up, these things have a little bit of a story to them. They are sticky notes that you use to tab my books. And I have never tabbed in any of my books, and I have never annotated in a book. And I want to get into annotating, but I'm a little afraid to like mess up and ruin a book. So I was told that the best way to get into annotating is to start with sticky tabs, and then to go into annotating later and just kind of work your way up, so it's not like all of a sudden boom, you're writing books. Because I know a lot of people are, like, don't like to write in books, and I am one of those people. I think it would be fun, but I also think that like you could ruin a book very easily if you're not careful. So I'm going to be starting with tabs and see how that works, and then maybe I will go into annotating. I am thinking right now I am going to go into annotating, because I mean, just putting your thoughts in a book to make it a little bit more personal sounds interesting and fun. Alright, so that is it for this haul. Hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching, and I will be seeing you later.